Now, one of this country's most acclaimed novelists, Peter Carey, has joined a large group of moral racial crusaders in this country, slamming our treatment of Indigenous people. In an art podcast, the conversation led to Australia's colonial history, and Carey said Australia has racial guilt because of our knowledge of genocide.
Australia, as we all know, is built on a genocide, and none of us can be, all white Australians know that every day you actually are the beneficiary of a genocide. And so that sort of knowledge that it's not really your land and all of that sort of things goes very, very deep in us. And I think it's a sort of a racially sort of guilty country.
Speak for yourself. Now, this has become Carey's pet project, shaming Australians for not somehow acting on our guilt. His latest novel, Long Way From Home, focuses on Indigenous dispossession, and in 2017 he made the claim that Australians have become the beneficiaries of genocide. Hang on a second. It was not the current population which committed these crimes, but the current population has agreed with our parliamentary apology. We've also said sorry. There have been numerous attempts at reconciliation. We have returned land to Aboriginal communities. We join in with various acknowledgments to country at functions just about everywhere. And then there's the $30 billion that contributes to the lives of all Indigenous people every single year. Like, what more can we do here? Is there anything left? What is he asking us to do? Meanwhile, Indigenous leader Warren Mundine has written this week that Black Australia has a bright future. He says in the past 40 years there have been improvements and opportunities for that bright and great future. He cites the 1,500 Indigenous businesses that have been created. Mining giants have awarded over $2 billion in Indigenous businesses. There was Mabo, land rights in every state and territory, and Indigenous leaders have a say in mining, agriculture, and more recently, a heap of tourism projects throughout the country. Is it not time for the Peter Careys of the world to stop guilting the current generation who understand the past and the mistakes? We read about it at school, we keep reading about it, but we want to team up with Black Australia if those circumstances arise, and get on with building a better nation and get on with each other. If Warren Mundine can do that, why can't Peter Carey?